Welcome to the House of Fi. At the House of Fi, we inspire and encourage families of all shapes and demographics to achieve financial independence. Here, we teach you to become debt-free, build wealth, and increase your income. We also share inspiring stories of others on the road to Fi, others who have made it to Fi, as well as some of our own perspective about this journey. If you're a family on the road to financial independence, we want you to know that financial independence is for everyone. We're glad you're here. Hey, House of Five family, welcome to a special Friday bonus episode. So do you guys have family meetings in your house? Well, we have them in ours. And so I thought today we could have a family meeting. And so I wanted to kind of just check in with you guys, see how you were doing. Also just talk about some of the things that we have upcoming and what we're going to be doing going forward. So how was everybody's week? I can tell you that for myself, it's been a fairly good week. Really enjoyed Angela's episode from Wednesday. I just love her. I love how she is just really bringing awareness to all of the awesome women that are in the financial independence community, but also how she's just very much living her life and what is important to her, and in the process trying to bring awareness on how others can bring sustainability into their homes. I know that in our home, we have a tremendous amount of waste that is happening, and just being more conscious of it in the things that we purchase, but also how we use certain things has definitely given us lots to think about. So I hope you enjoyed the episode as much as I did. So for wins this week, did you guys have any wins this week? I did. I think one really big win for this week for the show was that I was finally able to get our 7-Step Money Foundations course back up, and it is up and it is working. Curtis is working really hard on the website, getting it put together. We still have a few pages that are not quite complete yet and a couple links that lead to nowhere, but we're working on it. He's learning as he's doing it, so just bear with us. But that page is up, and we'll talk more about the 7-Step Money course in just a little bit. As far as some of my struggles this week, I just find that when I am stressed, all of my organization skills just go in the toilet. So I was fairly stressed this week. I have a lot of things going on. Different areas of my life are pulling for my attention. I want to do really well on the podcast, but I also, I've got little ones to take care of and a family to take care of and money to earn. So all of those different competing priorities have been hard to juggle sometimes, and I know that I talk about that every so often, but this week it was really, really difficult, and I found that all of my systems that I have were gone. So I am going to make a bigger effort this weekend to just be more organized so that the stress does not get the best of me. So the stress was so prevalent that I forgot to pick my kids up today. That's what it is like in the Mays household, is forgetting to pick up your kids from school. But what was pretty comforting is that when I walked into the school, into the nurse's office, the whole nurse's office was full of other children whose parents also forgot them. So I didn't feel so bad. Yeah, so total mom fail today. But, that's life, and that's life in the Mays house. So this course, I am so excited to announce our course. It's a free course, 7-Step Money Foundations, and it is for maybe people who are in the beginning of their FIRE journey and maybe still have a little bit of debt, maybe are just struggling with finding the money to put in the savings or finding the money to pay down their debt. We are breaking things down to the foundation. We are going to go from square one. So we're going to be looking at your spending. We're going to be finding areas where you can potentially cut or eliminate expenses. We have some exercises to help you do that. We also have plenty of supports in the course. So we've got some budgeting tools in there. We've also got some spreadsheets that you can work with and plug in numbers where it's all all automated. It'll help you with the budget. So there's just some really cool things in there, and it's 7 steps over the course of 19 days. So you'll get an assignment, then you'll have a couple days to work on the assignment, and then you'll get a new assignment. And what I really want you guys to do if you decide to take the course is, become part of our private Facebook group. And if you have a question, that's the place to let me know. If you have a question, need some encouragement, any of that, come on over to the private Facebook group, and you not only get responses from me, but what I'm hoping is that our little community will chime in as well and just give you some encouragement and maybe some tips as to what is working for them. If you are interested in that course, you just go on over to the website and click either the tile for the course or up in the menu there's a tab for it as well. So do that. Join the private Facebook group. Also, if you have a side hustle, I am still looking for people to let us know about your side hustle. And maybe it's not your current side hustle, maybe it's a side hustle that either you've done in the past or it's now your full-time job, but it once was a side hustle. I still want to know about all of those. I think it's important that there's only so much cutting of expenses that you can do. And once you've done all that, once you have done everything you can do, really the best way to then infuse your budget and increase your savings rate is to make more money. So I am all about letting our listeners know of all the options out there. So please call in and give us your input on some really great options for people. You can also do that on the website. There's a little tab on the right-hand side where you can call in and leave a voice message. Finally, the last thing I wanted to just let you guys in on is that I'm going to be launching a second course. And this course is a bit different. This is actually podcastersU. And so what I wanted to do is I've been fairly disappointed in some of the courses out there. I take them and they're just not worth the money that I paid. And I hate that feeling. I hate purchasing something and not feeling like it was worth the money. And so what I wanted to do is I know that there's a lot of interest out there from a lot of different people who are interested in starting a podcast. So I wanted to create a podcast that was college level quality, where if someone is going to do this course, they are going to know that it was worth every single penny that they spent. My plan is to have several units and we're going to break it down, and the goal is that if you take this course, you are going to take a podcast idea from concept to launch. And in the 6 weeks that the course is, that by the end of it, you will have launched a podcast. We've seen a tremendous amount of success with our podcast. We grew the podcast very quickly and got lots of support. And there were several systems that we executed that I think aided to that. And I just want to share the knowledge about that. So that's called podcastersU, and that will be coming very soon. I'm going to do a beta course first. So if you go on over to the website, there is a tab for that. If you're interested in becoming part of the beta testing group, then you can just shoot me a message and let me know, and I'll give you the information about that. And then lastly, if you have not left us a review, we would so appreciate it if you would do that. One of the ways that we know how we're doing is hearing from you, and we love the feedback. Curtis and I want to know how we're doing, what we can do better, who you want to hear from, what sorts of stories you want to hear. And, because this is for you. This show is for you. This show is not about him and I getting on the microphone and just talking, although we could do that too. But it's really about helping you guys in your journey to financial independence. We think all moms and dads can do this, but we just have different considerations. And so, that's what this show is for. Every single guest, the question that I have before I bring them on is, how are they going to help our listeners? And so I hope that you are enjoying the guest choices so far. And if you want to hear from somebody, let me know. I will reach out to them and see if we can get them on the show. All right, guys. Well, I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and come back here on Wednesday for our regular show, and we will talk soon. Well, House of Five family, that brings this episode to a close. If you've liked what you've heard, please subscribe in iTunes, as well as any of the other platforms you've found us on. We're on just about all of them. Also, please leave us a written review. They help us to know what you're liking about the show, what we can do better. And for every 5 reviews we receive, that's written reviews, we will give away one of our favorite reads, and that is currently Kids' Money Habits by Amy Coit. It's a great book full of great information, both for parents and kids. Don't forget to check out our show notes on the webpage. There is always bonus information there that didn't make it to the show, and we strive to create good content on there. So please head on over to the website and check that out. Finally, you can find us on Facebook. You can either like our page or you can become part of our Facebook group. It's a private group, and in there we have ongoing discussions about each episode as well as other topics within the FI community or questions that you have that we can address with upcoming guests. Again, thank you for listening. Come back next week. We're glad you're here.